Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements, and today I have some very exciting news to share with you all. Now, many of you watching this video today have been following Daily Market Movements and myself for the past couple of years. Just a few weeks ago, I actually managed to close my most profitable trade ever. So to keep you all up to date, I thought it was only right that I would come onto YouTube and share the story of how I just closed my most profitable trade. What's great about this trade is that there's actually quite a funny story with it. That is, I was actually flying to Montreal in Canada for one of my best friend's weddings. Now, for those who've been following the Daily Market Movements Instagram and YouTube channel for the past couple of months now, you will know that I have been very bullish on the whole AI theme, the whole AI hype, AI story, and I've especially focused many of my resources on chip makers, so semiconductor stocks surrounding the AI space, so companies like Nvidia and companies like AMD. You may have seen some of my most recent content where I've said that, in the past 75 years, we've only had 3 inventions that have really increased productivity. That is, of course, being travel. The fact that someone can get on an airplane and fly to the other side of the world within the space of, let's say 12 hours. We've had the invention of a telephone, which of course has drastically improved productivity when it comes to business because deals are now able to get closed over via telephone. And the third being the internet. We all use the internet pretty much on a daily basis, and it's helped productivity, especially in the business space. And I'm a massive believer that AI is going to be what gives us a massive boost when it comes to productivity within the next 5 to 10 years. I've been super bullish on stocks like Nvidia. I've been coming onto my social media platforms, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram, telling everyone to go home and buy Nvidia. Funny enough, Nvidia is up around 190% year to date. And at the time, I think the stock was trading at around $300. So I was at the airport. I just checked in. I was ready for a 7-hour flight. I was flying with BA with my girlfriend. So this was back on the 24th of May. I was aware that Nvidia were reporting earnings that evening. So I had around $200,000 invested into the stock. But I was super bullish going into this earnings call. What was quite worrying is that Nvidia had already had a massive run up going into the earnings call, and that's not always a good thing. Sometimes you want there to be space for an upside surprise, especially in the stock price. And sometimes many investors can argue that that upside surprise has already been priced in if you've had a stock that's run up significantly going into the earnings call. So that was definitely one concern of mine, but I was super bullish going into this earnings print. So I was sat in the airport. I had a few hours until my plane took off, and I was enjoying this nice beer, as you can see. And I've just thought to myself, you know what, even if Nvidia doesn't surprise towards the upside and there's a negative reaction in the stock, do I believe that this stock's going to be higher than where it is right now in 3, 6, 12 months time? And in all of those cases, the answer was yes. So I kind of saw this as a calculated risk investment. So I decided to inject another $200,000 into Nvidia. So I had around 400K going into the earnings call. Funny enough, when I usually travel with British Airways, I always have Wi-Fi on board. There's always the option to pay, I think it's like £10 or something, and you get Wi-Fi on board for your whole flight. And the Wi-Fi is normally pretty good. In this case, the plane that I got on was a very old plane. Like when I tell you that, when I had a drink and I put it on my table, the plane was vibrating so much, my drinks were literally falling off the table. Fortunately, there was no option to even purchase Wi-Fi on this flight. And of course, my flight took off at around 6 p.m. and the earnings result comes out at 9 p.m. So I was pretty much midway over the Atlantic at the time that the earnings call come out, and I had no Wi-Fi. So that then made me aware that I wasn't really going to know how the earnings result went until I landed, which would be in another 5 hours time. So I continued to enjoy my flight, and I must admit, going into this earnings call, I was expecting, potentially a 5 to 10% move higher, more probably towards 5%, which of course, if you've got 400,000 in it, that offers a very nice $20,000 gain on your investment. And it's not bad if it happens within, a 12-hour period. Once we landed, I turned on my phone like most people do, and of course, I had so many messages coming through. One message that really stood out was from our content creator here at Daily Market Movements, Mimo. He texted me because I made him aware of my investment going into the earnings call, and his words were, "Wow, what a fucking stock. Congratulations." So I thought, fantastic. I probably got around 5 to 10%, maybe, leaning more towards 10%. Anyway, I open up my TradingView app, bang, Nvidia is up 27% after hours. I could not believe this. Going into the print, it already had a market cap at around $700 billion. So for it to add 27%, that means it would need around $200 to $250 billion added into the stock in just one evening. Honestly, my heart dropped. I thought, well, hang on a minute. I've got around 400K in this, and it's up around 27 to 30%. Long behold, I opened up my app and I kind of did some calculations, and I was projected to earn around 126 100K in just 12 hours. With that, I was super excited, but also I was very nervous because I knew that there was going to probably be another 12 hours until the market opened the next day. And sometimes you can have stocks that pop in after hour trading and then kind of fizzle out as we go into the open. The next morning, I woke up, I had a very sleepless night because I had to pinch myself, right, to make, $130,000 in the space of 12 hours. It's just unheard of. It's my biggest win yet. And anyway, I woke up the next morning, very jet lagged, very early. I think it was around 5 a.m. in the morning in Canada, which of course back home was around 10 a.m. Nvidia was up 30% going into the open. And then as soon as the market opened, I closed my position. Nvidia actually creeped up to be up over around 31%. And I closed my trade out at $146,000. That is my biggest trade, my biggest win yet. That is someone's average salary for 3 years that I just made in 12 hours. And the reason I did today's video is not to show off. It's to motivate you sat at home, because once upon a time, if you are someone who is starting their investment journey, once upon a time, I was you. One big mistake that so many investors make is that kind of do their calculations. They might be starting off with a very small trading account, which has around $1,000 in it, okay? And they think, okay, well, let's say if I make 25% and I manage to catch this amazing trade, just like Max did with Nvidia's earnings call, that only represents a $250 gain. Think, oh my God, I've been waiting for 6 months to get a result like this and I've only just made $250. That is correct. I know it can be a little bit deflating at first, but it's all about the compounding, the compound interest, okay? You want to reinvest your profits and add money as much as you can, whether it means you have to work an extra job. And that is where you will really start to see your trading account start to grow substantially. Now, I was so euphoric and happy with this trade that I had to get a little souvenir. I don't know if you can see this on your screens, but this is a picture frame, which is pretty much half the size of me, and it shows my trading account the next day. I got my girlfriend to take a picture where it says that I'm up $146,000. That was my face. I actually sent a picture to Mimo, our content creator, when I saw that the stock was up 25%, and that's me still sat in the aircraft as soon as we landed. And then I also got a screenshot of mine and Mimo's chat. So response was Nvidia, mashallah, because he comes from an Arab background, and he said, well done, bro, wow, what a fucking stock. And I was like, oh my fucking God, 25%, bro, that's 120K. And he's like, congratulations, that's mad, bro. Of course, that is the stock chart. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's where we had that parabolic move higher, where Nvidia went from $300 a share all the way up to $375. So that's going to be going up on the wall until it is beaten. But I think I might be waiting a few years until I do beat $146,000 in one trading day. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to come onto YouTube today and share some of the trades and the stories that have been going on behind the scenes with you all. Of course, I'm working very hard every single day, keep you all up to date with the latest trends, news and market analysis in various assets, posting my daily videos on YouTube. But one big bit of news which I think is beneficial to everyone watching this video today is that my Signal group has just become free of charge. So if you're sat at home and you want to start copying trades from myself, then make sure you scan this QR code on your screen. It will take you to my website and you can join my trading Signal group over on Telegram for completely free of charge. And that's not just it. You will also receive my daily market research, which I post every single morning for completely free of charge. So going into the end of 2023 and especially into the year of 2024, I am really trying to focus all my resources on building one of the largest trading communities ever. I want Daily Market Movements to have thousands of investors following my trades, following the YouTube channel, and I have some massive ideas for the next 12 to 24 months. So if you've enjoyed today's video, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you sign up to my free trading group. The good news is that moves like this in names like Nvidia, for example, in my own humble opinion, I believe it's just the beginning. There's several other semiconductor stocks and other shares that are going to benefit from this hype surrounding artificial intelligence. I think there's going to be some fantastic money-making opportunities on the horizon. So make sure you become part of a Daily Market Movements trading community. But thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoyed today's video.